Australia continues to build the biggest houses in the world, according to a survey by CommSec. The report says the average floor area here for new homes is 214 square metres compared to 195 square metres in the US and 177 square metres in Japan. But even though we head the list of big building nations, we constructed more smaller apartments over the last 2 years, which reduce the average home size overall. Savanth Sebastian is an economist from CommSec.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, the new data has confirmed that Australia is building the biggest homes in the world. But as you did mention, I mean, yes, we have the largest homes, but we are seeing that over the past 2 years, we're constructing smaller and smaller apartments. So house sizes overall seem to have peaked, I think, over the last couple of years. It's quite remarkable. If you go back to 1985, the average home size was around 150 square metres. Now it's up closer to 243 square metres. So it's over the past 20 years, that's an increase of almost 40%. So it gives you an idea that while we've seen strong wealth gains, also the size of land and access to land here has seen the size of the average home continue to increase.
Is it all down to cost?
Look, I think it's a couple of factors. No doubt we certainly have the abundance of land here. We haven't had, I guess, overcrowding in terms of population. And we've had very strong and healthy wage growth, which has also ensured that the size of the home has continued to expand. But more importantly, I think certainly the cost side of the equation has filtered in quite closely. But over the past couple of years, I mean, we've seen an increase in rents or increasing living costs. And I think that's really seen the reason that we're starting to see smaller and smaller apartments, and the average house size seems to have peaked overall.
Is there a bit of a divide going on across the country, Savanth, that you have people who want to live in the big house, who want a cocoon, if you like, they can afford it, and then there are other people who do want to have the big place, but they simply haven't got the money?
Yeah, I think that is the case, Roz. You are seeing that certainly Generation Y would want more lifestyle than the size of the home, and that's seeing them move closer to the capital cities, and that's where I guess a lot of those smaller apartments are being built. When you go to the urban fringes, I think that's when you're starting to see those larger houses being created, and it is interesting if you look across the capital cities that New South Wales continues to build the biggest homes, while South Australia was at the lower end in terms of the size of their average house. In terms of apartments, the Northern Territory continues to build the largest apartments that we're seeing, and Tasmania, the smallest apartments. So certainly a great divide across the country and across the nation. And over the next few years, I think the resources boom will also play a significant part in exactly where the largest homes will be built.
Savanth Sebastian, thank you.
Thank you.